Yeah, I love that.
Okay, well, Ed's next.
Yes, I am.
Now, Ed.
Would you like some music for this episode? What kind?
Yes, please. I would like fairly, not calm music, but just general.
General.
Wow.
Now you know.
I'll just search for general music.
now you know how like when
Maybe
you
some soft jazz.
Yeah. Lady Gaga in the
Some Baker
background.
Street going.
Just now you know how when you do like photography, you're like, what kind of shot do you want? They're like, oh, you know, just a general shot.
Just a general.
and you're
I
like,
know what that is, though.
you know that. All right, Alice.
It's my job.
Trying to make a point. But no,
What
it's
is that?
fine.
We can general. I'll show you later.
Oh, great.
Um,
Ooh, this is cute. It's not very long though, is it?
it's with the weird whistling.
That's me.
That's
That's my ears. They whistle. there's nothing in there. As you...
Oh. I feel
Ooh,
like
we're on a mission, wasn't he?
no, this is not an Ed song.
You need an Ed song needs at least 4 drums and 2 electric guitars.
Drum.
Okay,
what's it called?
whilst Adam is trying to find some music, Ed, can
Club
you
diver.
please, for my dyslexic self, pronounce your name?
Warathlion, Aerith. Warath får jag till någonting.
I like this.
Do you know what? As long as it's a bit quieter, go for it.
I can do that.
Sorry, say that again, Ed.
Warathlion.
Warathlion. This great guy.
It's Dragonborn, Eric.
So, can you describe your character a little bit to us, please?
Yes, he's a
I love that he's like got a proper intro.
he's a Dragonborn. They got a
Yes!
skill like no one else. He's a black dragon
Mm-hmm.
with some silver. Well, not. I think they are white technically, but when they choose mag, they turn silver.
Yeah.
Skates. Yes. He's kind of aerodynamic face.
Aerodynamic face, nice and sleek.
Yes.
So he's a black dragonborn, but like his
Yeah.
I've forgotten the words for them.
Skates.
Yeah, scales on his back, then there's
But then the spine on some other
spines
spots.
on his back, are like what, white was it, and they turned
White, yeah.
silver
Yeah.
at certain points. Okay, so basically, you grew up in a small village.
Yeah.
Surrounded by other dragonborns. Like, you are used to only seeing dragonborns. It is a normal thing for you.
Yeah.
Dragonborns tend to keep mostly to themselves. They are not well liked by other races. Dragonborns are associated with dragons, therefore they are almost seen as unlucky.
I would call myself lucky.
Yeah, it was lucky. You had a great childhood. You basically, you had your mother, your father.
That would be
and
the
you
first
would,
one.
Yeah, you had a great time. Basically, you play with the other Dragonborn kiddies in the village. You used to pretend to play warrior. You used to do this and that. But your dad was a cleric. And you have always felt drawn to become a cleric like your father, and follow in his footsteps. So at a young age you were initiated by your father, who was one of the board members, into the academy of a very high level of clerics, a particular religion. The main religion of this land. The academy is a huge, elaborate place. It's beautiful. It's almost like a mansion sort of place. It's like a boarding school, so you stay there. You move in. It is not just dragonborns. There are dwarves, there are elves, there are halflings, gnomes, anything you can imagine. Humans. Yeah, even those. You can imagine those.
Yeah, if you can imagine that. Yeah,
You do learn from this though that dragonborns aren't well liked. Like they're people find them quite intimidating because you stand a lot taller than the average, especially to a gnome. You are very, very tall, and they throw a lot of horrible names around, like half-breed and stuff like that, because of the association of people breeding with dragons and creating these hideous sort of scary monster things that are dragonborns. You get through the academy. You're not too bothered by the bullying side of it. You just think
whatever.
it's part of it. You're like a huge guy compared to these really angry gnomes and stuff like that. I want to pick on you. Sort of just flick them aside. Don't really care. And you arrive in Blackdale. You are a cleric that has qualified. You are out spreading the word, and yeah, you're sort of loving life right now because you can do whatever you want.
Yes.
So you enter Blackdale. Blackdale is a standard town. There are taverns everywhere. There's all manner of bad behaviour from humans and other sorts of races alike. There is a small church at the centre. And yeah, what do you do?
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I like to... It's midday, right? Or something like that? Or is it evening? Midday.
It's sort of like coming up to evening. It's like early afternoon sort of thing. So before dinner. There you go. That's how I judge days.
Oh,
Calm down.
I'm reacting to the situation.
Alright then. Well, I need to spread the word, I guess, more or less.
Yeah, so
Do
you're
my normal
going up
shit.
to people and you're like not like take a leaflet,
No,
but
no.
you're
I'm better than
yeah, no leaflets here. So you're literally just spreading the word. You want to talk about your deity, and you meet like some people that are just like, oh okay, like yeah, no, I like the sound of that, and they're really getting into it, and you send them off to the churches and stuff, and they go and see all that. Some people you approach, and as we said before, you're a Dragonborn. Some people run.
Yeah.
Like they see you coming and they run. They're just like, nope, not dealing with that, and they run away. You have one guy comes up to you and he's like, look, just clear off. We don't want your kind here.
But I don't fucking care what you think about me.
And he's
that voice!
And he sort of just goes like, he's taken aback, and he's like, because this guy looks like he's used to being like quite hard, like, and this guy puffs his chest out, and he's just like, well, this is my town, you get out.
What makes it your town?
Like his voice goes, ah! Like he sort of said, well, we don't like your kind here, you half-breed.
I'm not a half-breed. I'm a full-breed.
And this guy literally just goes, fine, and leaves. What was that? I'm in China.
That was yummy. Play that shit.
Sorry.
Play it, DJ.
You attract quite a crowd with this guy, because this guy comes back and he's got two friends. And people are noticing these people probably well known, not in a good way.
Yeah, the
But they're well known. They look a bit. So the main guy's got he's got a scar running from here to here, and one of the others has a scar like this going up into
the
a
Irish
full smile.
The Irish smile.
And they sort of square up to you. They're all about half your height, maybe. You know, they're feeling pretty good about themselves. One of them has like a club, which they have attached some nasty things to, basically. Yeah. Another one has got a short sword, and another one a dagger, which he basically flips between his fingers, and he's trying to show you, like, ha ha ha.
Don't mess with me.
Yeah, and one of them goes, the one with the knife sort of scratches his chin with the knife, and he sort of goes, I hear you won't leave. This is our town. Get out. We don't take your kind here.
It's much as my town as your town.
What makes you think that? Do you see other Dragonborns here? Whatever it is you call yourself.
They've got nothing to do with this.
And they're just sort of like, leave by nightfall or you'll regret it. You are not the first one to have crossed our path.
Roll initiative.
I just kind of ignored them. Just walk away.
You're just walking away.
Yeah.
One of them's like, hey, oi, we're talking to you.
We'll clear you down.
And they're just like, and one of them like gets his, what they call club or whatever, and he's pointing it to him. He's like, nightfall, watch your back. And they walk off. And you see like all the villagers and the people of the town or whatever. All like the villagers and stuff have sort of stopped to look like, oh my god. Yeah, and as night starts to fall and you've gone to a tavern, you've had something to eat.
Yeah.
Some people look at you funny, but to be honest, the man behind the bar, you're a customer.
Yeah.
So he doesn't care. In fact, he quite likes you. He's quite interested. He's just like, so this. Like, he sort of looks at your face. He's like, were you related to dragons? Like, he's quite daft. Like, but he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, on the house for like any story you tell, and he gives you a free meal and and a free beer.
I'm one of the guys.
And he's like, if you need a room, like, just let me know, and something like that. And did you want to take a room? Or?
Yes, please.
Yeah. And okay, and this guy's like, fine, I will give you my finest room. And he's like, and by that I mean the biggest, because you are huge. And he leads you up to the room, and he opens the door, and he's just like, here. And it's quite a simple room because it's a tavern, but to him it's like he's giving you his room.
He's fine anyway.
And he's just like, please, if you need anything, tell me. Like,
oh, I'm a man of simple.
Okay, so it's very early hours, and you hear a bang at your door.
But he's still there, or I'm alone?
You're alone. You've been sleeping, and you wake up in the early hours, and you hear a bang at the door.
Who is it?
There is no sound. It's just another loud bang.
I guess I grab my ball pick and I open the door.
Okay. You open the door, and the guy from earlier is there.
Obviously.
With 12 other people.
Damn. They haven't been around.
Fine.
They've all got some form of
Get
implement. And he's like, I told you to get out of town.
He did do that.
Not from my side of it.
And Ellie's like, yeah, you got a point.
I mean, he technically
He's like, I
did do
told
that.
you to leave my town.
I mean, you don't be a fool.
I will still say it's not your town. You're arguing with the mayor.
And he doesn't
What if he pulls out a mail?
say, yeah, just pulls out his big,
I'll be quiet.
actually. Yeah, and he doesn't say anything. He literally just looks and nods to all of his guys, and they grab you and they drag you out of the tavern. You see the tavern owner behind the bar, like he looks
Cowering.
terrified.
Yeah.
He's absolutely terrified. You are dragged out to a cart, and you are knocked on the head, basically. You're knocked out. You come around and you see, like, you feel like you come around to the cart moving. You are being watched. You're a big guy, so you are surrounded by these people other than the cart driver, because they don't want you to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could cause a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And you pull up. You're definitely out of the city now, and you pull up by a tree, and they have hung a noose from the tree. And you obviously start to click what's happening here.
I'm trying to fight back.
Okay, can you roll strength for me, please?
Yes, roll normal things or?
Yeah, just roll
Sorry,
strength.
Two.
Oh, okay, I got an 18. So you're still a little bit dizzy from being smacked on the head, and they drag you and they put the noose around your neck, and all of them, they string you up. You are grabbing at your throat. You can't. You're fighting to get down.
Yeah.
You can feel your throat closing up. You can't breathe. It hurts. Like, it really, really hurts. You're gasping for air and you're pulling, and as you pull, because of your weight compared to all these guys, they basically drop you and the rope snaps and you fall to the ground. And you feel like your chest is burning. Like, there's something there, and they back up slightly and they think, oh my god, what? As you can feel like this welling of like heat in your chest, and you're gasping for air, and they run and attack you.
Get him.
Get him. You know what I'm saying.
I don't know.
So like, one of them runs at you and he swipes with his club, aiming for your head again. Can you make a save, please?
What's
Like a
it?
dexterity, probably.
Oh, 7. Just rolled over from 17.
So was that 7?
Plus 2. So nice.
2. Okay. So they catch you on the top of the head, but you manage to like duck out of the way most of the time. Your tail swipes and knocks into the floor. Another one comes to you, and this time he's got a sword, like what they call a short sword, and he's literally just gonna go try and stab you. Can you make another save, please?
Oh, 2 again.
Holy Jesus!
He stabs you.
Great dice.
He stabs you. You move out the way, but he stabs you right through your thigh. Like this really hurts.
Yeah.
You cry out. This is really painful. And at this point, they will start running towards you. And
I'm thinking that Warpipe makes into fire.
Yeah. So one more. You do another dex save because this one's coming at you with a maul, and he's just aiming for your head.
9 + 2.
9. Okay.
So
You roll out of the way. You stagger. You're dragging your feet, and as you like go into a blind panic, and you roar, and fire erupts from your chest and from your throat, and you kill 5 men that drop to the floor in screaming agony. Seeing this happen, the rest are just like, shit, no. They scamper, they are running. The head guy that had the big scar and tried to chuck you out of his village, you have burnt the side of his face. It is like, he is screaming, he's clutching his face, and it is just burnt all the way down the side. Hearing this is not a quiet thing that's happened. You have guards come running towards you to be like, let's try and find out what's happened. And all they see is a Dragonborn that has just basically flamethrowered a huge group of villagers.
Get him!
You are very damaged, like with your leg. You've strangled basically. They arrest you. You are taken and thrown into jail for the murder of these people, and you stay there for 6-7 years.
Wow.
In there, you
did the time.
It's not nice.
Putting
You
the
are
time.
given the minimum amount of food. It is not a nice place to live. It is damp. It is grey. Yeah, it's just not nice. You meet an old man in there who shares your cell. He's just like a little old human, and he listens to you. He listens to your stories, and he finds you a very interesting person. And he's like, he's like a half elf, and he says how he's been called half breed many a time, and that he can't. He's never been able to deal with it well. He's in there because he stabbed someone someone pushed him over the edge, and that's what he did. All this time passes, and one day the door opens to your jail cell. And the man looks at you. He's like, you're out.
How come?
He's like, mayor changeover. Didn't like what happened. Come on. Okay. Basically, a mayor has come to the city who believes in equal rights and has investigated this further. And he says he wants you in his office now. And you are escorted to his office to see the mayor. And he gets up and he's very friendly. He's a very large, round, portly gentleman. And he puts his hand out to shake yours, and he's just like, I cannot express how sorry that this has happened to you. Like, I will do all that I can to repay this. I will give it. And he's like got a pile of fresh clothes. He's got a meal.
What just happened?
I don't know, but Ali can't take it.
Is that the pen or something? Yeah, it was the bendy pencil that was bending.
Did you break it?
That's my bendy pencil! Are you kidding me? I can't! Ali, breathe! Ali! That's it, she's gone.
Right.
Well, we'll be down one party member for this
She didn't even make it to the origin story.
Well, at least I'm fitting in with my character.
I'm becoming one with my character.
Charisse, are you calling me?
But anyway, you are given
Put down the
clothes,
pencils.
you are given a new weapon, you are given
Having an important
everything, and he says, all I ask is that you spread the word. Like, I understand that you may never want to see this place again, but He's like, if there is anything I can help you with, do not hesitate to let me know.
Agreed.
Okay. Now, this is quite a short origin story, but that is where we'll leave it.